One, two, three, mic check. Hi guys. Gosh, this feels so weird. It feels like what's up? Like I can't. It's been a long time since I put up a video. I think by the time you're seeing this, hopefully it's this week. Hopefully it's this week. It says 1 month ago. But when did I post this last video? The video was about and I'm already rambling, but tips for tackling the bikes. And people have really been subscribing to the channel, and 46 days ago, 46 days is quite a while. I want to get March 27th, so to April 27th, and it's more than a month since I uploaded a video. So hi guys, my name is Anjoroge, and I know for the new people you're like, oh, you're that inconsistent, should we subscribe? Please do, because I'm planning to come back full force. By hi guys, my name is Anjoroge, and I create content around faith, law, and personal development. So if you're interested in the 3 content pillars, or either or 2 or whatever, kindly do subscribe. You can also watch this video till the end so that you can decide if this is what you want to sign up for. You can watch more videos and decide, but I promise you that you're in for a good ride if you're interested in those 3 content pillars. If you're a returning viewer and you've not subscribed, I know sometimes you get carried away by the video and you get not to subscribe, so kindly do subscribe, and I really appreciate. And without further ado, let's get straight right into today's video. So as you can tell from the title of today's video, I'm giving a YouTube update, or more of life stroke YouTube update, and then I'm going to be talking about what really success means to me, and how the concept of what success is to me has evolved over time, and has evolved especially this year for me. So onto the updates. It's been long, I know. There's a friend of mine who yesterday we had met for something that you will get to know later. I remember her telling me, YouTube. I was like, wow. Inconsistency is loud. And the thing with inconsistency on YouTube is that once you start being in, like, you miss a week, another week, it becomes so normal for you. Not normal, but the habit is so strong that getting back to consistency is really hard. It's harder than keeping up with the consistency, just getting off from the inconsistency. But I have to say that at the beginning of the year, I transitioned to a new job, and so then settling in and all that, and trying to figure out my schedule, because my schedule had changed, but to the better, because then there was a little bit more flexibility when it comes to commute, when it comes to several things. So I think I really took time even to create even my Q1 goals. By the time I did that, I then had a lot going on, like mentally, in terms of, and we're going to talk about it in terms of what really success on this platform means for me, and what then is the mark of success. Have I reached that mark of success? And if I've not, is it really worth it? So there was a lot of conversation around that, and there was a lot of back and forth in my mind, and I really needed clarity. So sometimes it was really difficult to edit, in as much as I have a lot of batch filming that you're going to see there. I think it's only one that will be relevant that you will see, and had shot it a while back. So that happened, and then I wanted to get back. My computer got spoiled. Had to flash, like, to Twitter flash, like, to have everything washed up or something. Like, I didn't have apps, even my editing app. And then for some reason, I think the company that I use, Wondershare Filmora, has removed all the tutorials on cracking the version. And I know I'm an intellectual property enthusiast, and just talking about cracking, it's just off values, it's off brand. But yeah, so because that was an option for me, but then again, I think I resolved now to do the paid annual version, which I've not yet paid for actually as I'm recording this, but I have to do it between today and tomorrow so that I edit this. And then I have just realized actually yesterday I got admitted to the bar. You'll get that content, be sure, as a diligent law school content creator, you'll get that content. But I realized between today and Sunday, if I do not do anything about this YouTube channel, I may get back here in June or July or August, because the rest of the month is really heavy. At work, travel, nini, there's a lot. So I was like, I really need to make sure I have uploaded this and stuff like that. So that's what has been happening. But overall, I've been good. I don't know, how have you guys been? If you feel comfortable sharing on this platform, how have you been? I have been well. I have experienced God's favor, God's blessings, God's peace. And I'm at a place where I'm feeling that I am peaceful and content. For some reason, I'm so peaceful and content in all areas of my life. And, have entered into a place of just letting go for God. So what does success mean to Anne? This is something that came into my heart really heavily when the KCP results were released here in Kenya, the Kenya Certificate of Primary Education. And it really got me thinking about how we have been conditioned from childhood to think of success. And I remember really clearly, immediately the results were out, people are looking for those who got 400 and above, people who did really well, and that's great, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there was a lot of talk about, what did you do to get here, and what do you want to be? And of course they were, talking about the collar jobs, the top 5, which I think I'm in one of them, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there was that, and then I had a conversation with a relative whose child didn't do really well, and it really got me thinking about what we have termed as success as human beings. And I thought through, after you get that 400 marks, you go into another school, you need to get an A, you need to be this, you need to get this, and if you do not get that, then you miss the mark. And there's a video I had put up a while back where I was talking about, I always miss the mark, and for me the mark was what society has set out for me. And there's a tuk-tuk that is passing by. I really hope it's not coming home because we are having visitors coming over today. But it really got me thinking about what I have been conditioned to think about success. And in that video, Missing the Mark, I had talked about how, like, for first class, I missed first class by a point, and that was really hurtful for me, because I thought for me to be successful, to be a successful lawyer who has graduated, I needed that first class, because I knew if it's anything short of that, then that's not success. When I was in campus, I did not get an A, and I thought because I missed an A by a mark, then that meant that I was not successful. But it's because of the conditioning we have had over time, conditioning that we have had as we have been growing up, and this is what we have termed as success. And it got me thinking, is that really success? Is it really the ultimate success? Is that the definition of success? So if you're not number one, then you're not successful. And sometimes we have to, maybe look inside ourselves and to introspect and think through what we have termed as success. And is it success because we have really thought about it, and that those are our KPIs, our indicators of success personally based on our own evaluation? Or is it because society has conditioned us to think this way and to think that this is what success is, and because this is what success is, anything short of this, then you fall, you miss the mark? And it got me thinking that most of the things that we term as success are vanities, and vanities of vanity, songs of song. There's a certain verse, I'm going to put it here like the good Christian YouTuber I am. But most of these things, they never seem enough. And I was thinking even in terms of salary, like the salary you used to get maybe the previous year is the one you have right now is maybe more, hypothetically, if it is more, you always think about the next, job level, the next bigger amount of money. There's no amount of money or amount of salary or amount of income that can really satisfy you, that can really make you feel like, oh, I am content, I have all the money that I need. The same way with positions, with power, it is never enough, and that's why we crave for more and more and more. And so then I was thinking, if then that is our definition of success, if our definition of success is these things that we can never be satisfied with, then should we really make those things a mark of our success? And I get it. Money is important. Money is a tool. Money helps you move. It is money that has enabled me to have a camera and I can record. I get that. It's money that enables you to, maybe dress well and do all these things. But if that's an indicator of success, and whenever you have not reached a certain mark, then you're not successful, yet it can't really satisfy you, then I think then our lives become a search for more and more and more, and we don't get to enjoy what life is. However, short it is, we're not enjoying it because we are chasing after things that will never satisfy us. And it's good to chase after those things, to think about how do you invest, how do you do all these things, but not from a point of this is what will determine my success, but this money will facilitate maybe something that is more purpose driven and something that will be a mark of success. And just knowing that my joy, my peace then is not pegged on this. In as much as it's very difficult as a human being to maybe separate those things, then I don't know if it makes sense. If I do, please comment down below. But I feel like if something can never really satisfy you, then why should I use that as an indicator of success? It means I will always feel like a failure. I will always feel miserable, because then this is not a mark of success to me. And another thing just I thought about is, the essence of life. What really is the essence of life? And I think it was really even heavy yesterday when we were getting admitted, and we had one of us, may her soul rest in peace, pass on like days to admission, and that ended. And it really got me thinking that, we get all these accolades, they're important. It's important to get them, because then they facilitate your life and they enable you maybe, to create impact in that area. But at the end of the day, all the crowns that we have here, all the crowns we have amassed, all the power and all that will not really matter. What will really matter is what we did in that space, impact, influence that we had in that space, how we made the people we leave behind feel, how we made our colleagues feel, how we made the society feel about us. I think that is the mark of success. It really isn't about the title. It's about how did your parent, your sibling feel about you? Were you a light? Were you the salt, to this person, or was there no mark whatsoever? And I think that is so important for us to think about and to think through, so that then we are not in a space where we are chasing after these crowns and accolades. And at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter if you had all those PhDs, but what did that PhD do to the people? What did it do to your purpose, to impacting, to the kind of impact that you left? And I think when we think about life that way, then maybe we will cease being greedy and selfish, but we will pursue things the right way, using the right channels, and just to do right by ourselves. And this brings me to YouTube. And as I was beginning the year, I started thinking about whether my success here on YouTube depends on how much money I make on YouTube or how much money I make on Instagram. Is that really the success? And I remember a video I watched about how then when you monetize your passions, it becomes something about your business. It becomes a business at the end of the day, not something about business, but it becomes a business at the end of the day. And so then when it becomes a business, you start, resenting it, because there are all these responsibilities and everything, and it ceases being, something that you enjoyed. Well, it is good to have that, and, to get into that space. It really got me thinking, will the amount of likes that I get on a post, will the amount of likes I get or views I get on YouTube determine whether I am really successful? Because I can do anything. I can chase clout. I can just go ahead and just do weird things to get traction and to get people come on board. But does that really show the mark of how successful as an artist or a creative I am? Or is it the kind of impact that is felt? And the kind of impact that is felt sometimes from this end, it's hard for me to know unless someone comes in. So will I put that as my indicator that when I get 2k subscribers or 5k or 10k, then that is I am a successful person? Will that really satisfy me? Or will I get to 10k and I'm thinking, oh, road to 50k, road to this, and every time it's a road to something, but what's really the essence of it? What really do I want to achieve? And for me, I think Zatema had said, I will not come back here if I don't really know what I want to achieve. And I feel right now there's more clarity in that. In terms of faith, I really want to create a community of people who seek to be disciplined in the spiritual disciplines, in reading the word, in praying, in fellowship. For those who believe in Christ and who are Christians, that people will be at a place where they can, it can be a resource for, oh my God, I'm struggling in my quiet time. Is there content for me there? Or I'm struggling with finding fellowship. Is there content for me there? Or just someone you can look at and say, oh my God, I think I can also do that. I can also be disciplined in this way. When it comes to law, and law students, just inspiring the law students. And, in my journey as a law student, I had to figure most of the things on my own and ask. It wasn't there at my disposal, but having a free platform where people can come and say, oh, I am at the Kenya School of Law. I am struggling with preparing for my bar exams. Where do I start? Then there is a resource for that. And that person, at the end of the day, I will have impacted their career, and hopefully they will also do something in their career to impact the system, and we go on impacting the system. And it's something that was said yesterday during my admission, that you are not here to change the whole world. So then don't carrying the world, on your shoulders, but you're called to change your world. So in my world of the 1.3k people that I have here on YouTube, then that's the world that I want to change. I want to not really change, but really impact and influence. When it comes to personal development, is it the habit of getting to reading books, into improving your knowledge, into improving your financial literacy? How do I then give out of that? And for me, then, whether it's 10 people, and I know sometimes it's normally hard, you say that and then you see 10 people, you're like, oh my God. But one thing also I'm praying is that I'm not doing this on my own, God. Also, just help me and give me grace to be okay with whoever watches. And if you want a greater audience to reach, do your thing, God. Just do your thing. But I'm going to be faithful. At the end of the day, I want to be found faithful. And I think sometimes our measure of success may be one thing, yet we all have different journeys. No, not everyone is called to be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, whatever. Some people are called to other things and other ways of doing things. And I think the recognition of that my journey is different. Even here on YouTube, I realized that my journey is so different. And it really doesn't have to mirror someone's journey. And when you realize that, then you redefine your success based on your life and not based on society, not based on what other people do. And finally, I think at the end of the day, what really matters for me as a Christian is getting eternal life and being right with God, right standing with God. And so ensuring that my life then mirrors that would be success to me. And being called a good and faithful servant. I put you in charge of these 1.3k people. I put you in charge of these 2.6 or whatever on Instagram. I put 2.6k or whatever people on Instagram. I put you in charge of these people, in charge or whatever. Were you faithful? Were you faithful in doing that? That will be the measure of success for me. And so then every day working towards that. And for me, that's my definition of success. And I would really love to know, what's your definition of success? What are your thoughts about this story? Not story, but this topic. What are your thoughts? I would really love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share on the comment section, all right? And do subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. share it. I think this is an important conversation. Please share. If you share on Instagram, tag me at njorogean254, on Twitter njorogean254 kindly, and on Facebook Njoroge and Mumbi, on LinkedIn and Mumbi Njoroge. Yeah, kindly do share. I really appreciate sharing. Is caring, guys. It's caring. Yes, but feels good to be back. It really does feel good to be back. And see you on the next one. And until next time, remember that God loves you a lot.